United States has banned milk and produce imports from Japan as fears grow of radiation contamination from the crippled Fukushima nuclear power plant. And tonight, workers have been evacuated from part of the facility after dark smoke rose into the air. Engineers are still trying to restart the cooling systems of several of the reactors. And meanwhile, Japanese authorities have also warned children not to drink the water in Tokyo after it was discovered the radiation exceeded safe levels. Mark Simpkin reports from Tokyo.
The auction's full of action, but it's not business as usual. Tokyo's wholesale vegetable market is hundreds of kilometres from the Fukushima nuclear reactor. It's feeling the financial fallout. Supplies are dwindling, prices are falling, buyers are nervous.
It doesn't matter how many times I say it's safe, they still won't buy. Even though the price is below cost, they still won't buy. It's very bad.
Pallet loads of spinach from the prefectures surrounding Fukushima stand unwanted. They were sold days ago, but the restaurants returned them.
The government's banned some vegetables from being shipped. We have no choice but to return them. I wish the government would provide a clearer explanation of what's happening. If the food is safe, they shouldn't stop it from being sold.
In fact, the government's extending its bans. The Prime Minister says people should stop eating leafy vegetables from Fukushima, and he ordered officials in multiple prefectures to suspend sales of selected produce.
Unfortunately, we are expecting this situation to last longer than expected. So in order to prevent any possible damage from an early stage, we have put a ban on the shipping of radiation-contaminated vegetables to reduce human contact with harmful substances.
At least 11 types of vegetables, along with milk, seawater and tap water, have been contaminated. In some cases, the radiation levels are 164 times higher than legal limits. That's less radiation than an X-ray. But Japan is a country that takes food and food safety extremely seriously. Japanese vegetables are the best in the world, this man tells me, but that doesn't mean they're in demand at the moment.
There is radiation on things. People are worried about their bodies. They don't want to eat anything with radioactive materials. That's why it's so cheap.
We accompanied one of the market's wholesale buyers back to his shop. The World Health Organization says the radiation is more serious than first thought, and it's not a localized problem. Even the tap water in Tokyo is contaminated, with radiation levels twice their normal level. Officials say infants should stop drinking it. The government keeps changing what it says, so I can't trust it, this woman says. I'm very worried about my grandchildren. I have a small child and I'm pregnant, this woman adds. It's scary if I worry too much, so I think I just have to trust the government. The WHO says there's no evidence of contaminated food being exported, but countries are taking no chances. The United States announced import restrictions on some milk and food products. Japan's neighbours are just as worried.
China and South Korea are inspecting Japanese food for radiation. And in Taiwan, a Japanese restaurant's reportedly added a novel item to its menu, a Geiger counter, so diners can check their meals. Mark Simpkin, Late Line.